Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show you the loadout I'll be running for most of my Crucible matches from now on. And if you have been following me on stream, you'll know that I'm always looking out for an Arc Glove to complete my God Roll armor set. And I'm really happy to say that I finally got the final piece I want from the second Iron Banner in Season of Dawn. So let's get into the armor and builds. So a common feature of all my armor pieces, they are of Arc Affinity. They have only a base mobility of 2 before master working and before any mods, and 3 they all have a decent total stats, so nothing less than 55. I'd say Arc Affinity it's important because it allows you to equip powerful friends for plus 20 in mobility in a Season of Dawn armor. And having 4 of these mods gives you 80 in mobility, so add in 2 mobility from the Masterwork class item and 4 mobility each from the Masterwork legendary pieces gives me 94 mobility. So I just need 6 more mobility from my exotic boots to achieve the cap of 100. So by having like 2 mobility in my armor pieces, no points are wasted, because let's say if I have like 10 mobility in each of my pieces, then I add in 4 powerful friends, that's already like 110 points. So there are some wasted points over there. And by only having 2 mobility, you actually get more points placed into resilience and recovery. Basically get about half the points in mobility, resilience and recovery, and the other half of the points in discipline, intellect and strength. So the less mobility you have, you actually get more points placed into resilience and recovery instead. So yeah, lastly, all my armor pieces, they have a stat point of 58. So 58 is not super high. I'll say it's like maybe the top 20% of armor you get a stat roll of 58. And it's definitely like not super ideal. The ideal roll would be like getting 65 or 66 stats instead of just 58. So this is by no means amazing and there's a room for improvement. But personally it's good enough for me. I wouldn't bother to grind and put much more time into getting higher stat point armor piece. And also 58 is like a very nice number because once you masterwork and once you put in all your mods, you actually get a stat roll of 100. So I recommend that you try to get armor pieces with 58 points or more, just so that you can have like a 3-digit total stat points number. So why I run a 100 mobility? Some players say that Titans should run as little mobility as possible for faster skating, but personally I don't skate at all, and I find 100 mobility very helpful in performing jumps in PvP and also for the general walking speed boost. So I think you should definitely give a max mobility a try for a few games and you might end up liking it. And if you do like it, it's best to farm up your armors now in the Season of Dawn. So because the Powerful Friends mod is likely to stay all the way, the Powerful Friends mod is likely to stay forever, but you might not be able to get Season of Dawn armor in the future. So it's kind of similar to how you can't get Year 1 Paragon mods with a Year 1 armor now, but if you already have them, they can still be used, and Invisible Hunters should be very happy that they kept some of it in the vault. So even if you don't plan to go for a max mobility build right now, consider investing a bit of a vault space to stash all your arc armor pieces with 2 mobility and a good stat rolls. So you never even know that maybe mobility might get buffed in the future. Maybe it will increase the sprint speed. So make sure to stash up your Season of Dawn arc armor pieces with 2 mobility. Okay, next let's get into the individual armor pieces. Starting with the helmet. This is the Iron Banner helmet from Season of Dawn. I'm running a recovery mod, pulse rifle targeting, and powerful friends. This I would say, so pulse rifle targeting is just for the powerful friends. You need at least a 1 arc affinity mod in your armor to get the plus 20 mobility. There's a current bug now where if you at least have 1 arc armor mod across all your entire armor pieces, then powerful friends still work. But maybe in the future, once Bungie fix that, then you'll need something that is arc for the powerful friends to work. So I have pulse rifle targeting here right now. I would say this is not super ideal. Ideally I can put in like resilience mod, and put in a shotgun targeting. Because I don't need pulse rifle targeting since I really rarely use my primary weapon, and also my pulse rifle does have snapshot sights, so it isn't really helping me all that much. Shotgun targeting will be better, but unfortunately if I put in resilience mod, then I'm not able to achieve a 100 recovery. So yeah, I'm just taking recovery mod and pulse rifle targeting for my helmet. And next, for my gloves, I got this just 2 days ago from the Iron Banner. So it also has a total stat roll of 58 and 2 in mobility. So it's very standard: recovery mod, powerful friends, and fastball. In the future, when Bungie requires you to have an arc affinity mod in the armor, I'll replace the fastball with a pulse rifle loader. I'll just put in 2 pulse rifle loaders inside. But for now, I'll just use a fastball. And lastly, number 3, it's my chest piece. So chest piece, again, I'm using 8 points for the stat mods, powerful friends and recovery. Then I have the last remaining 2 points. There's really nothing much you can put inside here. So you can't put in enhanced unflinching rifle aim. And basically the only thing you can put in here, it's either unflinching shotgun aim or unflinching pulse rifle aim. So depending on which one you like more, you can select either one of them. And let's go to the class item first. So class item, we are using powerful friends, resilience mod, and pump action. So I get a lot of shotgun kills, so pump action, it's giving me the most value across all the mods all the mods that are available. One alternative is using the hands-on mod, but yeah, I get more shotgun kills, so I'm gonna use pump action. You could also consider dropping the second powerful friends and using 2 pump action instead. But I think that even though like the second pump action, it gives you, I believe, half the effectiveness of the first one. But I think having 2 of them doesn't really give you 1 extra super a game. So I think having 1 of it is more than enough. And lastly, for my boots, I am running Antaeus swords. So Antaeus swords, it's not the most reliable exotic. Sometimes, it's like maybe 20% of the time or 30% of the time when you slide, it actually helps you to block some shots. So I think half the time it actually doesn't do anything, and maybe 20% of the time when you do a reflection, it actually misadventures you. But even though it only works 20% of the time, I feel that it's just way too good. There's a few like shotgun battles I shouldn't have won, but because I managed to block the opponent's initial shotgun round, I won the engagement. So even though it only works like 20% of the time, I'm gonna keep this exotic in my exotic slot. So for the last part, for potential further improvements on my armor build, I'll be looking out for like arc armor pieces with just 2 in mobility, but at least 58 stat points or higher, and having a higher distribution in the recovery stat. So that would be one. And second, I'll also be looking out for Antaeus wards, which are of her arc affinity. So having arc affinity Antaeus wards will allow me to equip Shotgun Scavenger, which costs a total of 4 mod points for 2 Scavenger mods, instead of 8 mod points for 2 Special Ammo Scavenger. So if I use Shotgun Scavenger, 2 of them, I'll be able to equip another mod, so either Recovery or Resilience. So I can get another level in the stat point somewhere I like. So yeah, so far pretty happy with my build. I'll be rocking this build until the end of Season of Dawn, and if there's anything nice like new mods for next season, I'll look into them. But for now, yeah, I'm going to have fun with my current build for at least the next 2 months. So to farm for an armor build similar to mine, the most efficient and reliable way is to go into Iron Banner as a 6 stack and keep winning your games over and over again. So I'll recommend going to, say, a Destiny 2 LFG group, or even adding people that you'll find that you meet in Iron Banner who are really good at the game, maybe the top scorer on the opponent side or the top scorer on your team, add them and just play in the same fire team with them. Try to win as many games as possible, because wins give you 5 tokens and losses give you 3 tokens. So keep trying to win every game and turn in your tokens and sell it in, and hope for the best, because there is no guaranteed way to get the armor pieces I have except by RNG. You can only increase the number of chances for these to drop these armor. So if you're trying to farm for it, good luck, and also thanks for watching the video.